Hello, welcome back to another episode of Dave Flies RC. I'm David, and we are continuing on with our Aeronaut Thermic electric powered glider. When we left last time, we were working on the wing tips. Today we're just doing a small little job. We need to fiberglass or reinforce the root wing tip where this part here goes into the fuselage. So we've got a little bit of fiberglass sheeting, we've got our resin, and our hardener. First time for fiberglassing, so I'm going to chuck on my gloves here because I think this is going to get a little bit nasty. I've got a little container, a mixing bowl. So basically the root wing is pretty much the same as the outer wing assembly. So we had our wing sheet, our trailing edge, we put our spar, and then our spar cap and our ribs. So we're getting to the point where this is almost done, so this is ready for sheeting. So we'll sheet the top and the front, so we're just working on down here. So what we'll do is I will just unpin this so you can have a look at what we have to do. So if you've watched before, thank you for popping back, or if you're new to the channel, thanks for popping in to have a look. We're starting getting into the really nitty gritty of this build. It's starting to get a bit more exciting. I'm trying to stop myself from rushing to complete it. I keep finding I'm going forward in the instructions and then working backwards. So I find that, it's better to progress forward on the build, find out how all these parts fit, and then we go backwards. So it's sort of like this never-ending backwards and forwards. So we have finished the two other wings, which I'll show you a little bit later. So they're ready just to have basically the servos installed, which we've made up the servo trays, which I have in the background here. So once the servo, and then we're ready for covering. And I've never covered wings before, so that's going to be a new first. So we'll just pull this off and see how much. Oh wow, I'm surprised. Okay, so this is what we call the I'm not sure if you can see in the background. Well, actually we'll pull out just move this around, we'll pull out the book. So we've been working on these two outer wings. So now we're working on the inner wings, the root rib. So this bracing that I'm going to fiberglass in today holds this carbon fibre spar, or two spars. They go through the chassis and then into each one of these wing roots. Okay, so you can see, let's put that over there. You can see on the edge of this root rib, we have these two brass tubes. So today we are just going to fiberglass this in, both front and rear, and then we'll probably just epoxy the small one. But this one goes in here. And then we have these smaller carbon fibres rib. Oh, he goes in that one. So we're going to have to glue him too, but we'll just epoxy this one. So we'll epoxy this one, but we're going to fiberglass this one. Then I'm thinking about even doing some web shearing. So actually box these in with some plywood, but it depends on how thick I get this fiberglass in. So that's where we're at. So let's get cracking on that. Just put this one back and we'll bring you into view. So let's put that back in there. Actually, we can get rid of that. Oh no, we'll keep that there for now. So that's just going to be epoxied in. So we need a bit of this is just normal automotive fiberglass. So I'm not sure, I should have really looked into a bit more and see if the modelling stuff might be a bit lighter, because this is quite heavy, but we're only doing such a small such a small piece that hopefully it's not going to be too much. So let's find the end of this. Well, this is a fairly big sheet. All right. So what are we looking at? 45 mil by 10. So very small. That's correct, 45. Yeah, so they're going to be fairly small sheets. So hopefully this will go nice and easy. So I've only had a quick look at the instructions about the mixing. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. So we'll cut up a few of these. So on the other wing, we used web shearing. So we just boxed that part in, and I should have done the same with this, I think, rather than using the fiberglass. Right. So that's one little bit done. So we'll just cut up 4 of these. Wow, I think I went overboard with the amount of fiberglass we needed for this, but I couldn't find anything with it. Oh, so we need 3. So it's a little bit nasty, the fiberglass. It's got spikes everywhere, so this is very, yeah, I think I should have found some actual fiberglass that's not so choppy as this. I think we might just put 4 in there, 2 and 2. Well, let's make it 3. Let's do all 3. We'll do all 3 spars, just to make sure that we've got enough strength in there, because I'm so worried that it's going to be under a bit of strain, because it's holding close to 500, well, maybe over. What's that? About 750 mil of wings. So it's going to be quite big. Okay, that one in there. Not sure if I should do that. No, we'll do it all in one hit. So hopefully they will stay in there, and then we'll mix up enough goop to hopefully do all this in one hit, and then we'll have to let it dry. So we'll see how this goes. So the weather's been pretty average over here in West Australia, so we haven't really, I think we only managed one day this week when we got to go out flying. Well, I suppose one day flying is better than one day at work. So needs to be a bit longer, a bit thicker, that one. Yeah, this is pretty nasty stuff. 45, 46, because we have to keep cutting it. And 10 mil. So as always, we keen to see if any of you out there are doing any building of your own. Yeah, shoot us a message. We'd like to see what you're up to, or if you're racing any kind of RC, we'd like to see that too. That's it. 10 mil. So I think we'll do, we'll see how this goes, but I think it's going to take a couple of layers. Oh yep, alright, let's get rid of this out of the way, because this is nasty. I can see already that's got little spikes all over the place. Yeah, I can see it already, making a bit of a mess. Okay, so got a little mixing bowl. We've got our resin. Now it does say also to put some epoxy in with the fiberglass. So we're just going to add a bit of our 30-minute epoxy into that mix, and we'll see how that goes. Excuse me, I just got to lean across and grab the little brush, or we're going to use a stick. How can we just use a stick? Alright, so let's get this stuff out of the way. Alright, so the mix here says 3 ml of hardener to every 100 ml of resin. So I think we'll probably use like 50 ml to do this, so we'll only use 1.5 ml of hardener. I know I should have a rag here, because I'm going to say that I've got a feeling this stuff is just going to go absolutely everywhere. Let's see how we go. Okay, so let's get our little mixie. So we're thinking of wow, this does have a stink to it. That's 20, that's 50. Makes 100. Wow, I think that's way more than, I think that is way more than what I need. And I should have put another piece of paper down on here, because I've got a feeling this is going to become a lot messier than what I think, because I tend to be a little bit on the messy side. Okay, let's put him over there. So that's the resin. I'll just put that back over there. Okay, yeah, there we go. I should be mixing over my, and this is our catalyst, or this is our hardener. So it says we only need 3 ml, or 1.5 ml. So let's have a look on here. Oh yeah, this is going to be messy as. I think that's a little bit more than 1.5 ml. So I think I'm going to have to work pretty quick with this. Put you over there. Yes, this is very yucky. I didn't anticipate that. I need another rag. All right. So we're going to put some of our epoxy in. It really reeks. I think this is going to go off really quick. If we really start making a move on this. Some of the hardener. All right. Let's mix this lot together. Well, I'm going to have to replace all this sheeting. Well, I didn't really think about this very well. Should have put down some plastic. Let's change colour pretty quick. So I think 50mm is probably too much for what I've got here. Okay, let's get out a little brushy wash. All right, so I did think about using, well, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be an absolute nightmare. So we're simply going to try and brush this on, and hopefully he will stay. Oh, that was good. Hopefully he will stay in there. I was thinking about actually just using some glue before. I'm so worried about adding weight to this wing. I just wasn't too happy with using the fiberglass. I'm so worried about getting the fiberglass on the top there, because we've still have to sheet this wing yet. So I'm not sure if we're going to have to end up using two. If we don't have to end up using two layers of fiberglass, which I think I might do. But I'd like to actually sheet. I'd actually like to sheet the sheet in here as well. Well, I think I've used way too much catalyst. Oh no, not catalyst. Way too much resin here. I think I could have got away with a lot less. I will know that for next time for the next swing. Oh wow, that's actually turned out quite well. So let's see how we go on this side. See if we have any luck. This side, it's a bit hard trying to lean into the camera so you guys can see what's going on while I'm doing it, but so I have to be extra careful on this side because we don't have the overhang of sheeting it on here. So I want to get out this tissue again. Oh, quickly. Just make sure we don't get too much fiberglass on this sheet, because I've still got to do the sanding on here. Just try and get him into there. Oh, look at this! All this resin I've got left over. Damn it! Wow, this stuff is... I was meant to wear my mask. I was a bit worried it would muffle the voice, but this stuff has got some poke to it. It's actually stinging my eyeballs. stinging my eyeballs a little bit. Oh wow, I've used way too much resin here. Oh, so that's actually not too bad. Let's clean up the top here. So we've got a... Oh yeah, it's going off already. All right. Let's just put that to the side for now. Get that bit off the cutting mat. So I think I'm going to have to redo all this once this dries. So you can see I think we'll just epoxy this one. So that doesn't look too bad. So hopefully that'll give that a bit of added strength. And at least I know I don't need so much for next time. So I think we'll make up some more, and I think we'll give that a second. I think we'll give that a second hit later on. So we'll just put that one to the side for now and let that dry out. I don't know how the hell I'm going to clean up this. Just grab the gloves off. Okay, so that's that bit done. So just in the background here, we have basically completed other wing tips. So ailerons are in. There's a silk tray for the servo, and I think this is the right one. This one here. So the servo gets screwed to this plate here. We'll flip the wing over, and this plate, servo on there, sits in here, and our servo horn comes out with our control rod and gives us our control. I did have a bit of an issue with the tight, sorry camera, with the tight fitting. So basically these two halves will go together. This dihedral brace slides, the dihedral brace here slides into here, and we glue these two wings into half, and that becomes one half of the wing. So that is the left-hand wingtip, and as you can see, I had a bit of a had to set 3 pieces of balsa sandwiched together, and then you shape to form these wingtips. So it's the first time at shaping. I've got a little bit of a low spot here, but I don't think I'm going to really worry about it too much, because I'm more than the wing's nice and straight, and I'm more than happy that came out quite good. So I'm pretty well stoked with that. And then this one here is the other wing, and the same again. We have the servo tray all ready to go. This one still needs a little bit more sanding, and this is the same again as our wingtip. Our leading edge. So this was all square here, and then you profile the front of the wing, and so I am absolutely stoked with how this finished. And this was the second wing, so you can see after a little bit of practice, this wingtip is even a lot nicer than the other one, only because the other one was the first one, and then this is our second one. So that is our 2 wings, and we've already started on on the second root wing, sorry. So all we've done is just glued in our two pieces on the other wing. So we've got our bottom sheeting, then we put our rib spar mount underneath, and then our spar in here. So we've done that on the other wing, but obviously once we've finished with this one, then we can move on to fitting that out. And this is what I'm talking about with the web shearing. I cut up some plywood, and we just put that in there, and this will help when the rib slides in. When the dihedral brace slides into here, slides in this hole here, that brace on the edge of the wing, and then we'll box these in and glue these in like this. So hopefully that'll give it a bit more strength. So that's all we're up to for now. We'll try and make this one a short one. Obviously I've got to get cleaning on these brushes and stuff before everything goes hard on me. But thank you very much for stopping in, and thanks for joining Dave Flies RC for our build on our Aeronaut triple thermic electric powered glider. Until next time, happy flying.